Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today for the Q1 2022 International Accelerator Startup Showcase. My name is Park Benjamin, and I'm the COO for the International Accelerator, an all-inclusive year-long acceleration program centered exclusively around bringing foreign-born entrepreneurs to Austin to help them scale their businesses in the US market. By providing our founders with everything from immigration and incorporation support to free office space and housing, brand development, graphic design, industry-specific mentorship, business planning, and go-to-market strategies, we set them up for a successful launch into seed and Series A funding rounds with help from our external investment partners such as yourselves. Since inception in 2016, we have helped more than 25 founders raise over $145 million and have generated a portfolio valuation of both graduated and non-graduated companies of more than $530 million, including 2 soon-to-be unicorns. I have the pleasure today of introducing 3 of our most promising and disruptive new startup founders to discuss their companies and the vision they hold for their future in the US. Each company will have a total of 30 minutes allocated, with the first 10 minutes for their pitch and the next 20 minutes for Q&A generated from questions in the chat. Please feel free to type your questions at any point during the presentations, and we'll have them ready for the founders after they finish. If you miss anything during the presentations or need to circle back for any reason, we'll also be posting the entire showcase to our YouTube channel, along with showcases from previous year's cohorts. Additionally, we'll be having a second showcase of 3 more amazing founders next week, same time, so please be on the lookout for the invitation for the second session. First, I'll be introducing Nikhil Bhardwaj from DanceUp in India. DanceUp is an innovative, all-in-one dance platform where users will be able to do everything from posting dance videos and tutorials, to growing a social media following, to monetizing dance lessons and battles against other dancers all over the world. We're extremely excited about the massive market size presented by the interest in dancing, and we feel DanceUp will fill a void that currently exists in the space. Please, Nikhil.
All right. Sorry for the technical issues. Okay, no problem. Hey, greetings, everyone. Well, introducing myself, I'm Nikhil. I spent 12 plus years in the dance industry. I started as a dancer, then became trainer, choreographer, and now own a dance studio of my own, along with my dance group, which performs worldwide. So pretty much I took a taste of each field within this industry. I have seen the immense opportunities as well as the major challenges in dance industry. And see, there is specialized platforms that are being designed for different things. Like if you want to order food online, you have Seamless. If you want to listen music online, you have Spotify. But what's there for dance? Nothing, right? That's why I'm here as a co-founder of this amazing platform named DanceUp, with the motive: if there is dance, then there is DanceUp. So, see, as per my experience, there are 3 critical problems we face. Number 1, market is highly unorganized, in a sense that dance tutorials, jobs, events, gigs, all are scattered. Number 2 is there's no royalty system. As we see, there's no recurring income for the dancers, unlike royalty enjoyed by musicians or any pension system by employees. Moreover, the present monetization methods are way limited. Number 3 challenge is untapped. So by far, nobody has been able to touch on different opportunities like community interaction and potential growth of related markets such as merchandise, dance merchandise. All right, so here is the solution, not to worry, because I introduced the solution to the problem as we discussed. This is the world's first global dance community platform that is addressing 0 to 360 degree of the dance needs of a basic dance viewer to up to industry professional. Our intent is to sit on the top of the dance ecosystem and rule it. The vision is simple yet powerful. If there is dance, there is dancer. And to achieve those solutions, the product is ready to use with amazing features. DanceUp is known for letting its users showcase their talent at best method possible. See, dance brings up the competitive zeal, and thus dance battles are one of the hottest things around the dancers community. And we are opening endless opportunities with dance battles where users can earn rewards and money by battling. Isn't it great? We are also enabling our users to put on events, gigs, dance workshops, etc. to attract more audience. Whether you want to learn dance or fitness or to impress, we got you sorted and covered with organized online tutorials as well as offline classes in our app. So DanceUp coin is in-app currency for every transaction, and we also have plans to let our users to convert their dance moves into NFTs and trade further. As the dancers gather on app, we are happy to serve them with the dance merchandise, which is not available at this moment anywhere in the market. So here's our go-to strategy. How we are basically penetrating the market. It is, apart from regular organic users, we are focusing on getting more of the dance influencers on our app and attracting their followers from their social media. Once we have a sizable number, we are triggering demand in the form of paid subscriber, merchandise, sponsored listing, and then motivating users to purchase DanceUp points against the services we are offering. All right, so let me tell you about the market size. By tracking some surveys and online users showcase who have shown their interest in dance online, we concluded that our TAM is around 3 billion of users. The addressable market is 1 billion users. And out of that, obtainable market that we are targeting is between 100 to 300 million of the users. And majority of that falls under USA, Europe, Latin, and countries like that. See, why I'm saying there's a huge range in between, because we really can't predict on which this app goes viral, and we don't just restrict to our predicted number of 100 millions, right? So, and not just that, I personally believe that apart from TAM, SAM, and so on, the timing is also important. As you see, the growth of high-speed internet users, then smartphone users, then dance users, these all are increasing year on year. So that's how big the market is. All right. So regarding our competition, it was really tough to find a direct competitor because there is none. And this scenario leads us to grow even stronger as a product and as a business. However, we can identify several platforms that are being used by our targeted audience as an alternative. Like people use YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, short video apps like TikTok just to upload their dance videos. And several dance apps like 1 Million Studio, then Big Dance. These only provide dance lessons and studio listings. And then apps like Steezy. These gives dance lessons only, which is specific to them only. Okay, but DanceUp on the other hand, DanceUp is filling that all checks in every column to ensure that no user have to go anywhere else for any dance need. They stick to DanceUp. Regarding our financial projections, see, within next 5 years, with a huge user base of 100 million, we are looking at $70 to $100 million revenue business making every year. So if you want more analysis on this, we can of course take this offline. Talking about our attraction, we already have decent traction without spending money on marketing. Recently, we got featured in an article that talks about top 10 best global dance apps. We have 100K plus downloads with 9.2K plus videos uploaded by users, organically further giving 50K plus monthly average views. And as you must all aware that we are launching in USA. In fact, we have already. So meet the team. We all know to build anything big, it's important to have a robust team in hand. Therefore, here I introduce co-founder Mr. Bhaskar, who has 21 plus years of experience in the IT industry, delivered multiple international projects so far, and is now responsible for all tech needs arises on Dancer. Myself, Nikhil. I'm behind the idea of Dancer as I come from dance fraternity. Therefore, I take care of business concepts and operations. Our founding partner, Mr. Sumit Duggal, he is an experienced serial entrepreneur and he takes care of Dancer business growth and strategy. But together we all want the entire world to dance with Dancer. Now you all you can see the app screens, and if you see our product development basically, as a platform, we are available on iOS, Android, mobile apps, then big screen Android TV, and the website as well. All right, and with time we deep dive in more technology. We are not going to stop here, and I'll also give you a demo after this to show what exactly we have built. Our fund ask is basically straightforward and simple. We are seeking $500,000 as a safe instrument for the next 6 to 8 months, and maximum of that portion will be used in marketing and scaling up, because the product is already made and launched in the market already. So now you are looking at the future roadmap of Dancer. As a platform, as I mentioned earlier, we keep on evolving while using cutting edge technology. But on an immediate horizon, we have learning progress scores for our learners as an interactive feature, then NFTs for artists, and Dancer points, of course, for the crypto listing. Then AR, VR, MR technology based dance videos will be there for better learning experience and for better video battling experience. So I'll quickly take you through our product demo, and for that I would take a minute to switch the screen. Can you allow me a minute? Thanks. I hope the video is visible to all of you.
Yes.
Great. So here we go.
Alright guys, so welcome to the homepage of our Dancer app. On top, what you see are the standard options like menu, notification, and much more. Below to that are advertisement banners that are meant for promotions and sponsorship. Now let's enter in the dance world with some unique features like dance news, dance quiz, community forum for the interaction, live happenings, events, gigs, dance jobs, and dance blogs. If I click on news, it will show news that are only dance relevant. Scrolling down, now let me take you to the fun part, that is dance videos. And I'll play this one for you.
Ready. Come on, let's go.
I'm sure you started enjoying that. So yeah, we have got endless dance videos on our platform. As I mentioned earlier that the product is already ready, it's just a matter to scale. Okay, coming back to our homepage, we see quote of the day, then below are the top dancers and top gurus respectively. Alright, so now explore more with explore button. So we see different playlists that are being made for our users, and every dance contest that is running on the app, their videos and playlist will be shown here. And now you must be wondering, how do I even upload dance video on this app? Well, you see this center button, upload button, just click on it. Go to upload, however I'm choosing one from my library. Boom, done. I'll just enter the details here. Right. Alright, so you see how simple and swift that was. Alright guys, so now I'm taking you to another fun and fire feature, that is dance battles. So here battle is of dance moves, one dancer call off another, and the one dancer that wins takes the reward and even the real cash. This section is equally important for the viewers because they are the one who decides which dancers to win. And how do they decide? I'll just show you with one video. Alright, so that's my vote. Okay, so that's about dance battles where the opportunities are unlimited and immense. Well, if you want to improve your skills, because there's always room for improvement, all you need to do is tap on learn section, go to the gurus. Alright, there are ample of gurus that are available to train you. Just choose the one, your favorite one, by watching their intro or bio, and click on the lessons. And yeah, you need to pay dance up coins to unlock the dance videos, as I do here. Now I will be able to access the dance video. Okay, and not just that, beyond that, we have given the facility where you can ask any query or any new request you have for your trainer. Okay, and if you wish to visit your nearby dance trainer or dance studio, the facility is on. So guys, that's all about our learn section.
I hope you all enjoyed that. And believe me that these are just the highlights. I highly recommend you to download the app and explore more features in it. All right, so that's all for now. And we are open for your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikhil. And we are open for audience questions. Somebody mentioned that you share some similarities with TikTok. So would you like to talk about TikTok as a competitor?
Not at all. Like, no offense to them, but actually there were a lot of dancers who were not satisfied with the idea of TikTok. They get lost over there. That is a social, that is a platform where short video entertainment apps are catered. And those could be of like any nature, acting, lip syncing, dancing, and singing, could be anything. But we are specialized in dance industry, as I said. We are penetrating in dance. So we give respect to the art. We also at the same time, shine the dancer. So we are totally different from them. But this question is really great. Why? I'll tell you. If you remember in my presentation, I mentioned that dance is widely used. So any entertainment piece you pick movies, albums, or short video apps like TikTok, you will find dance everywhere, but dancers had no platform of their own. So that is the reason we have designed it. I hope I answered your query.
Thank you. Thank you. You did. Any focus groups? Do you focus in anything specific, any dance, any category specifically, or anything about dance?
So again, as we mentioned, that we are catering 0 to 360-degree in all terms. So that is the reason we are accommodating dance styles of all kind around the world. And this is the chance that where dance styles of different countries and cultures have not got their recognition or respect yet, now they have the chance to get on registered over Dance Up and show it to the world. Okay.
So just to add to that, again, I just wanted to add to that. So if somebody, let's say in Spain, wants to learn Bharatnatyam from an Indian guru, he can do that. Or an Indian wants to learn Viennese waltz, he can do that. So yes, it's cross-platform across different dance forms.
Someone's asking about the traction. So how many paid users you have, and what is the geographical distribution of the users? Where do your users come from?
All right. So see, we were really conscious about our product validation first. So we did not focus on revenue generation, though we have, negligible amount. But since we did not focus it on that dimension, so we have great traction in terms of users. Now there are 100K plus downloads have already been done. Users are uploading their dance videos regularly. People are interacting on platform, that community forum we have built. So what the success number one is that our product is validated. Now, as soon we get our funds that we are seeking for, we will scale towards the revenue dimension soon. What was the other part of question, if I missed that?
And what was
Nikhil,
what's the geographical distribution of the users that have downloaded your app? Where do they come from?
Right. So see, we focused on India first to understand our home market. This is big in terms of numbers, and in India is one of those rare countries which has almost all kind of dancers. So it is a great place to experiment, to make experiments that we already did. However, we have international users as well, but of course we need to take out some data to let you know exactly with what location they do come from. And yes, we do. We can surely do that. We do have that data, but we need to figure it out. We can let you know that later.
So in
Nikhil.
terms of revenue, out of 100K downloads, how many of those users are paying for the app?
So as I mentioned, the number is too less, but around 200 to 300, I believe. But as I said, we did not open revenue streams yet for our users. The only user subscription which were there for some experiments and dancer coins were there for some experiments, people have purchased it.
And do you use that revenue for the competitions that you launch regularly in the app for the prize contests?
No, we are, so we played a bit smart. So we are giving services that are there on the app, and we are happy to see that people are even contesting to get those services like user subscription. People do, participate in contest and try to win to, just to get user subscription. So we are not exactly giving out real cash or, making out there that, hey, participate and then you will get cash. And we are not using revenue money as the cash prize, because as I mentioned that revenue is quite a bit negligible. So it's just there. We are not making use of that.
Mm-hmm. And somebody's asking about your competitor. One of your competitors it's called Front Row. And somebody here says that there are some famous gurus in there that are teaching music and other things. Would you like to talk a bit about that?
So again, see, front row is under even there are comedians. You missed out that apart from dancers and music, there are comedians.
Yeah, they do have everyone.
Yeah. So basically, what they do, they are bijus of artists, like, so they are catering comedy, music, puppet act, whatever. So people there run their own courses. Okay. And even if I go within focusing on dance only, then what happens? That is a one-end program that one dancer has uploaded their lessons and calling it as a course. And on the other end, you just subscribe and you watch their lessons. So that is one-end thing and very limited to teaching, and not just front row. In the past, there has been many different websites and apps. Those have came who were just doing teaching, learning, and that was also not interactive at all. And we are, as I said, we are totally different because teaching is just one part of our whole business plan or business idea. Did I answer that?
And I think we'll have time for one final question. So there's questions here about your revenue stream. What revenue model do you currently use? Is it a freemium at this point? And you're thinking about launching. Would you like to talk about your revenue model a little bit?
Right. So it's a, as you said, it's a premium thing as well. So it's a mix and match of different aspects. Where what we are doing, we have launched only two basic revenue streams, that is user subscription and guru subscription. Because after once a big user base comes in the market, they should not feel cheated that, oh, earlier this thing, charge thing just not existing, and now once they are popular, they have just made a price tag on everything. So we have, yes, made user subscription and guru model as our revenue streams, but moving forward, we will be releasing our different revenue models as we get users base increase. So right now it's just user subscription and guru subscription. Later we will be charging for advertisement on banners, then featured list. If a dancer wants to showcase their talent and they wants to be featured, that will also be there. We will be charging up for third party competitors. If someone wants to host a dance contest on Dance Up, why not do it? Any dance reality show reaches us and wants to take audition through our app, yes, we'll charge both the parties. Of course, it is not a thumb rule that I'm saying, but the point is that we have got numerous revenue streams which we will be opening as the user base increases. Did I answer your question?
Okay. I hope it did. It did for me. Thank you so much, Nikhil and team that are also present here. We have to move on to our next startup. For all our guests, you will receive an email with links to reach out to each and every one of the startups. We will also upload their pitches on YouTube so you can have a chance to see them again. Thank you very much, Nikhil and Park. It's up to you.
Thank you all for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nikhil. Much appreciated, sir.
Thank you.
Our second company today will be Aerospace RTC, led by their founder, Juan Munguia. Aerospace uses a proprietary additive technology to allow them to 3D print complex, large metal, plastic, and resin parts from a variety of materials. Through Aerospace's unique process and the quickly growing demand for 3D printed parts, Aerospace is able to scale growth with industrial partners from prototyping to machining and provide everything from contract manufacturing services to full printer sales. Juan, please go ahead when you're ready.
Hello, everyone. My name is Juan Munguia. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Aerospace RTC, and we're the next generation of affordable, large-scale metal 3D printer. So for everyone who does not understand about the metal 3D printing industry, let me just give you a quick overview about why metal 3D printing is a big investment opportunity, because it's estimated that by 2025, the metal 3D printing industry will become an industry of more than $90 billion. So this is coming very, very soon. This obviously will come with the 3D printer systems, the materials that are related with 3D print technology, and also the contract manufacturing related to metal 3D printing technologies. It's growing up. So a little bit of my background. I'm an metal 3D printer market. Looking that the ones that were on the market were not efficient enough. And also some customers were complaining about having communication issues when having a party that supplies a 3D printing part. Actually, after COVID, this issue was larger because right now, companies want to have like in-house prototyping and development using 3D print technology. So that's why we came with the idea of develop the world's first affordable large-scale metal 3D printer. And we call this metal 3D printer Armswith 2.0. But what's unique about our technology? So what is unique about our 3D metal technology is the capability of printing very large metal structures. We can print up to 2 by 2 meters long metal parts. Also, we can combine several materials like half aluminum. That's possible. real time how parts are being manufactured, inspected, and even assembled, all through a simple app. Also, we provide remote frictionless online quotations. And also we provide remote assistance about how to design and manufacture a metal 3D printing part. So actually, this is a business case that we developed for one of our main customers, which basically these customers want to reduce the weight of a critical satellite antenna bracket. And thanks to our technology, we were able to reduce the production time by 50%. Also, we were able to reduce the weight of the component by 25%. And customers are our technology. Again, like there are companies like 3D Systems, which they only focus on small metal quality parts. But with our technology, we're capable of printing very large metal structures at the fraction of a cost. And also we are able to combine several materials because there are other companies like Melt 3D or Speed 3D, they are trying to do the same thing that we're doing, but they can only print up to 1.2 meters long metal parts, and they are very, very expensive. So how are we actually making money? So we're making money by selling the that goes inside the printers. We currently offer 4 materials that are aluminum, titanium, Inconel, and stainless steel. And we also provide every 6 months maintenance to every single printer that we deliver. And we charge the customer $5,000 every 6 months. So far, we have performed very, very good, and we have delivered 2 metal 3D printers. We're actually about to deliver the third metal 3D printer this year by the end of next month. Actually, we already have received other 2 orders from metal 3D printer from a customer, and actually 2 weeks ago, received from a big customer also 2 other orders of metal 3D printers delivery. So that gives us a very, very good 2022 starting point. So we estimate in a very conservative approach, and we're very close to finish this, to be having more than $1 million in revenue. With this, obviously, will come sales also from contract manufacturing and also from the metal 3D printer sales. And we estimate by 2026 to be generating more than $41 million. That at the pace that we're growing so fast, we can easily achieve that goal. We have a great team. We have a full stock full of mechanical engineers, electrical engineers. Even we have some PhDs that have worked for companies like Collins Aerospace, Safran, and Honeywell. We were founded in 2018. Our headquarters are here at Austin, Texas, and our manufacturing facility is in Mexicali, Baja California, Mexico. We have customers in the US and Mexico, and soon in Europe and Asia. We also have won several awards, including the Mass Challenge competition, which we were finalists. Also, we were part of the Rise Business competition. I was nominated by Forbes 30 under 30s. Last year, we won the Santander X Global Awards, among several other awards, and obviously, we're part of the International Acceleration program. To continue growing, we're seeking for $500,000 through a SAFE instrument, which will help us expand our manufacturing capabilities, but hiring more people, have some stock available for the current orders that we are getting, also some to buy new equipment, also some marketing purposes. And this is a great opportunity because we're only at the pre-money valuation of $4 million. Yes, you heard it. So it's a huge opportunity for investment. We also have great investors right now that have joined us in this round. So far, we have secured $150,000. So we're really close to the final time frame that we're getting. But we have like Angelo, who is the current CEO and founder of the International Acceleration program. We also have investors like Arcángeles and the ARC Fund. And we just also started the Draper Startup University House Acceleration programs here at Austin, Texas, which join us as with some investment as well. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope that you have some questions for us.
Thank you, Juan.
Yep.
We will start receiving your questions now. Juan had a few problems with his connection during the business case slide, Juan, and your competitors. So if you would like to go back and just talk a little bit.
Sure.
From here, if you would like to talk a little bit about that business
sure.
case.
Well, this business case was
you're muted.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What?
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So what I was telling is that, we have one customer that wants to reduce the weight of a critical satellite bracket. And thanks to our technology, we're able to reduce the production time by 50%. We're also able to reduce the weight by 25% and also to improve the stiffness to weight to radio. Now regards the competition, like I mentioned before, we have several competitors coming to the market. There are big names like 3D System, Desktop Metal, which they basically only focus like on small metal parts, and they are very expensive equipment. Usually equipment starts around $300,000 or equipment starts at $150,000, and we're capable of printing very large metal structures at a fraction of the cost, and we can also combine materials, something that 3D Systems cannot do at the moment. So I hope that I answered the questions.
Great. And everybody can drop their questions in the chat for Juan to answer. Let's just wait for a few seconds for the questions to come in.
Sure.
So someone's asking, when you combine materials, are you looking into the IMC layers?
Yeah, so I guess that in regards to your question, that obviously will depend on which material you want to start combining. So we're currently offering 4 metals that we can provide. So, and yeah, we have done some testing. Actually, we use third-party labs for making some testing, and we are capable of getting up to 99.9% of the density. So basically, we can have like a very raw material structure inside the combination. So it's a very trusty combination alloys that we can do.
Thank you. I think you also had a connection issue during that part. So how many materials do you currently offer? I think you mentioned.
Yeah, we currently offer 4 materials right now, which is stainless steel, titanium, aluminum, and Inconel 625 and Inconel 718 right now. We're working on new material like Haxalloy. Actually, we do not manufacture the powders or the wires. We use third-party suppliers, but we're working really close with them to develop new materials coming soon.
And that's for the combination. You also offer 30 different materials that include plastics as well as metals, right?
Yeah, well, on the contract manufacturing side, yeah, we have some plastics development is using third-party equipment, not our own equipment, but yeah, we have more than 50 available materials, which are common plastics.
Mm-hmm. But you are specialized in metals.
Metals, on large-scale metal parts.
Perfect. Perfect. We will still have around 10 minutes for Q&A if you would like to add your questions. So what is the process like for prototyping for new customers? I'm a new customer and I want to print a part. What would be the process?
Well, usually the life cycle of getting a big customer is between 6 to 9 months. Customers like Honeywell, like Accurite, Amphenol, etc. And how we approach to them is that we start working to develop a business case for them. So actually, like say, for example, a customer wants to develop a new heat exchanger, right? So they approach to us, we give them some recommendations about how to optimize the parts to be able to 3D print the part. And after we start talking and optimize the part for them, then we start making some prototypes. So the prototype is pretty fast. I mean, usually a metal part, we can have it within the week ship. Sometimes probably will take around 2 weeks. That will depend obviously on which material they want, which material combination they want, or how is the structure. It usually will take us around 1 to 2 weeks, and then we ship it to the customer, and then they can test it or whatever they need to do. And probably it's like an iteration process. And then when it starts making sense for the customer, then probably some will decide to purchase a metal 3D printer, and some will just tell us that we should continue doing the contract manufacturing for them.
Mm-hmm. What about you're talking now about big corporations. What about a simple like individual that needs one part, one time? What is the process? You offer modeling and prototyping services as well?
Of course. I mean, for additional charge, we offer the 3D printing design configuration. So if there's a company that wants to develop a new let's say a new part, something, so we help them, guide them all the process. We can make the development for them, and then we just ship the part for them. Obviously we are more B2B focused, so actually most of our customers are coming from big companies. Actually, they are trying to implement in their facilities 3D print technology, and we basically do not focus like on small entrepreneurs and that kind of stuff. But obviously there are interesting projects that mostly other entrepreneurs want to start working and using 3D print technology. We can help them and make their new part coming to market really, really fast.
Perfect. Okay. It looks like we don't have any more questions. Park.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Well, Juan, thank you so much for your time, and thank you everybody else for the questions. Much appreciated. Our final company today will be VertikalX, led by their founder, Charlie Sarmiento. Vertical represents a never-before-seen sports platform designed to unify athletic performance with monetization by the athletes themselves. The first piece of VertikalX is the Training Performance Index, TPI, described by Charlie as a NASDAQ for athletes, wherein a constantly updated score is generated from a variety of factors in the athlete's performance. In turn, this TPI relates back to a DAO or NFT for each athlete, which is in turn tokenized in a way to allow themselves, along with external investors, to monetize their rights and likeness and help fund their athletic career. Charlie, whenever you're ready.
Hi, how are you? This is Charlie Sarmiento. I'm the founder and CEO of VertikalX. So basically, when I was 5 years old, I have been an athlete since that old. So I have been at a Guatemala youth national baseball team and U17 soccer national member. When my father passed away, I got awarded by a U.S. university to go to play soccer for them with a partial scholarship. But because of lack of resources, I couldn't make it. Afterwards, some years later, I became an ultra trail runner. Actually, I still been one, ranked 138 ultra trail runner in the world. So basically, sports has been always in my DNA, and that is why I encountered this problem that I want to solve, which basically is how I can help high school athletes with lack of resources to take their sports careers to a higher level with few options of a scholarship. So it's only a few percentage of sports scholarship that is being granted for U.S. High school athletes. So then is when I decided to solve this problem and create a new solution for that. So that is when it came VertikalX, which is the NASDAQ for athletes. So we are empowering these athletes to become a sports entrepreneur and own their data to monetize their training performance index through a platform that is going to be based in blockchain and NFT. So why is this so important and the opportunity behind it, not only for the athletes, but also for a business perspective? The NFTs, sports media, is generating more than $2 billion in transaction. And also there is a huge community around sports globally, and also blockchain is a proper way to scale through the globe. And in our case, we are starting and targeting with soccer. And right now there is a big platform out there, Sorare, that has already got revenues of $128 million in sales in the first 3 quarters of 2021. So this is our product. So we are basically developing a platform for youth sports and NFT through NFTs, in which basically will be Ethereum-based blockchain, in where we can track and the data will be reliable and accurate. And based on that, there is an opportunity to invest in these high school athletes, and also for them to focus on their sports career and become the leading platform of sports NFT based on performance and athlete funding globally. So how it works, we scan the athletes, we collect the data from third-party training facilities with technology, and then is how we get the profile, and we generate the training performance index, and then we tokenize and list these athletes on our platform, which for business is like it's like a marketplace. It's like a BC for athletes by athletes. So when an athlete is like a company, the training performance index is like the stock price, and the tokens or NFTs are like the shares, and investors are like shareholders. So we will do that process. This is how it works, and we will be incorporating three additional indexes that will smooth that potential volatility of the performance of the athletes. And those 3 indexes will be how much an athlete could impact socially, so through social platforms, and then how the athlete also perform in their competitions or official sports events, which is the athletic performance index. And furthermore, we will include education, an education performance index, that we can rely on those grades and how these athletes are becoming a pro, but also based on education, which for an athlete perspective, it gives you more perspective of how the athlete will behave when he becomes a professional athlete. So there is 7 million high school athletes out there in the US, and only 855,000 are play soccer. And this is important, even though that we are going to in different tranches, we will do different sports. We are starting with soccer, which we believe it's a very interesting market. So out of those 150,000, there's 256 that they want to really to become pro. So that represents more than $12 billion of TAM, of a potential market, a total addressable market that we can go out there. So our business model is simple. We get 10% of market penetration with 7% of transaction fees of those NFT tokens, and also we add up the 25% of those scanning fees. This is how we collect the data in different points of the United States. We can expect the revenues by 2027 of $120 million. So there is competition out there, but none of them are using the data and basically empowering these athletes to own their data. So that's what VertikalX is doing among the other competition, and makes us unique compared with them. So this is our competitive advantage. That's why when we said we have a proven and measurable performance index that we learn in our training performance facilities in Guatemala. That's how VertikalX started. And we see an unserved market for high school athletes and an organic upsell when they can go from different stages from high school to pro, and to use this platform as for good. You know, we can also help our parents for those financial resources and make their lives also simpler. So obviously we cannot do this just by one person. It's the whole team behind it. And obviously IA here has been helping a lot. So this is our team. We are a very international team. Vertical was originally in Guatemala, but now our headquarters is here in Austin, Texas. So this is more or less what we did in Guatemala, what we have. So we have traction in a very difficult situation as COVID, but we make it happen there. So this is like our R&D startup. So we have a proof of concept there in Guatemala, in which we have $184,000 of revenues, and this is where we are publish that model of assessments where we scan the athletes, and that is how we are entering the U.S. market and transform our company into a mainstream business to a sports tech business. And this is our milestone. We already set it up in Austin, as I mentioned before. Right now, we are doing our first investment round and development of the MVP. Then we are going through a team development and key partnership that we already are starting, and also to start very rapidly this data collection of the athletes and execute that. And so into 2023, we can launch our platform. So we are asking for 500,000. That's our initial investment opportunity to do the first MVP, the performance index completion, with expected revenues by 2023 at the end of 2.5 million. So thank you very much. This is VertikalX. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. So we have a couple of questions already. Someone is asking how many current users you have, and maybe you could go back to that slide and explain a little bit about your sports lab in Guatemala and the traction of the sports lab, and
yes,
explain the revenue model there.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so yeah, we have an average of 185 clients in Guatemala, in which we have been the last 18 months. We launched this in September 2020. We have been improving our processes, not only for data collection and all our assessments, but also the next part of what we're doing there, which is more like the training per se. So basically, yeah, that's our monthly clients. It's more than, we have a database of more than 1,500 clients in Guatemala.
Great, thank you. How many athletes are there, and what kind of athletes?
Yeah, so our main focus is youth athletes from 12 years to 18 years. I will say that's our 60 to 70% of our clients, and there are multi-sport. We have from motocross to golf to baseball, soccer players, and also martial arts, and even though we have an F3 Formula 3 driver. So we are multi-sport facilities in Guatemala. However, it is important that here, in order to be focused on one sport, we're choosing soccer, which is very inclusive. We are a very inclusive company, female and male, and we see a lot of potential for soccer, and that is where we have. Because of my soccer background, I also know that sports pretty well, and globally, I will say that those are the sports that it is very fan based around the globe.
Great. Someone else is asking the average revenue per user at the moment. What is the average revenue per single user?
So right now is 100, more or less, the average ticket price per month. So that's more or less what is the average ticket price. It depends, but it's 100 to 150.
Okay. And do you have female sports teams? You already said that you're inclusive and you try to include female and male, but somebody's asking for the female
Yes.
sports.
Yes, we are in our facilities. We are very we like to have both sports. So we have gymnastics there. There's golfers, female golfers, female tennis players that we have also. So
Great.
yeah.
Thank you. And we're waiting for more questions in the chat. Just give it a couple of seconds. Someone's asking if you have looked into a partnership with the University of Texas or Austin FC.
Yes, we are developing a relationship with them currently, mainly with Austin Football Club. We expect to keep continue to our conversations in May. And regarding the university, we have already made some introductions there, and that university and other university that we will be potentially partnered with.
Great. And I'm not sure if you mentioned it during your presentation, but you could also talk a little bit about your background as an executive, as a corporate executive role, as well as an athlete. I think you did not mention that, and your career with many big companies in Latin America.
Yes. So thank you, Vivian. So basically, I have been more than 14 years a corporate executive, basically for two Latin American big companies, actually three. One is PepsiCo bottlers in Latin America, and the other one is a fertilizer and agrochemical company. So basically, I have been in the corporate finance world for all these years, and at the end, I end up also working for a big one of the big fours, Ernst & Young, as a vice president of investment banking. So here basically what I'm 40 years old, so I'm trying to mix my passion for sports and link it in with business that I have been there for a while. So I want to do this in a very competitive company that we can be helping a lot of athletes all around the world and give them this opportunity to become because one of my main thing is why we need to have 26 sports team in a national league. What we can have more if we can have more athletes, more pro athletes. So yeah, that's our mission here, to have more pro athletes, which makes sense for even for business and for life. It makes you a very with another mindset of how you can improve and how you can impact people globally through what you do.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell us more about what factors go into the performance index? Like, what do you measure exactly so that our audience can understand, and what goes into that TPI that becomes a token?
So basically, the TPI are three main components, which is a brain and mental conditioning, and then we have a metabolic and nutrition component too, and then the performance per se of certain movements and forces that you can improve to become better each day. I always said this, that what you cannot measure what is not measured cannot be improved. Anything that is not measured, it cannot be improved. So that's the TPI basically. What is, and below that there is a lot of variables there. So yeah, that's basically it. And then you have the other indexes, which will be composing this whole market, or let's say data analytics, that we can even in the future we can predict. This is going to be a predictability AI, that we can say which athletes can really become pro, and that's what we are working on.
Perfect. Thank you. And someone's asking, what are your growth strategies? What do you plan? How do you plan to grow in the future? Is it going to other sports? Is it going to partnerships? What is your growth strategy?
So the growth strategy, we are visualizing as first we need to do it excellent in soccer, and then we'll be starting to open up to other sports, to other disciplines, such as basketball and baseball, for example, that we can really make this a huge impact for any sports. So our growth strategy is going to be focused on sports, on sports, and then we will need to define properly, from a geographical perspective, how we are going to scale this for other countries in these sports that we are setting up the base pretty quickly.
Perfect. Thank you for that question. We are still waiting for a couple more, and after that, we will give Park the chance to announce our next date for our event. We will just hang in a minute or two for some questions. And if we don't have any, we can go ahead with Park.
All right. Well, Charlie, thank you so much, bud. And thank you, everyone, to all of our attendees for your questions. I encourage everyone to visit our YouTube channel. Vivian has posted the link in the chat to view the presentation from today, as well as the previous startup showcases that we posted before. Thank you once again for all of your time today. Thank you for our presenters. And please be on the lookout for the invitation for next week's presentation. Again, it is next Tuesday, same time as today. Thank you all very much again. I hope you have a great day.